Alright, what's up, bitch ass niggas? So it's been like 6 years since y'all even heard my voice on this channel, but I got a new mic and I'm just low-key trying to test it out. So I'm doing a knife tier list. Alright, CS2 knife tier list. There's a lot of these, but I'm finna make the most based one, the most real one. Kukri knife. When it first came out and when it was getting leaked and all that shit, I fucking hated the way it looked. It looked like a left curving penis, like a karambit, almost like if your penis was a karambit type shit. I just didn't like the way it looked, but I actually recently just got one of my own, and it's now, if I'm being for real, A tier leaning into S. It's gotta be like, let me, what is it, let me, like, this is mine right here, decent amount of blue. It's just the pull out animation. Like, come on now, bro. Come on now. And if you're an author, it makes it even better, because come on, bro, like you can't beat that. It still looks kind of goofy, but it's just a pull out animation. It makes movement a lot fun, or a lot more fun for me. It might be a controversial pick, but I think it's A tier. This isn't even in the game yet, so I'm gonna put it in D tier just because of that. It looks kind of cool, I guess. Kind of looks like a taser or some shit you put in your butt. Falchion knife, slept on, B tier. I don't like it because of the way the dude holds it, like the agent. It's kind of weird with the gloves, like doesn't show one full side of the glove, and like the running animation, the pull out's the worst part. But if you do what I do, when you do the pull out plus F and inspect it immediately, it's viable. Like, it'll spin around in your hand. It's kind of fun. I like the marble fade finishes and the Doppler finishes, how it covers the handle. It's C tier. Bayonet, A tier. It would be S tier if it didn't have this ugly ass fucking handle on it, like the shit green, lime green. I think it has the best pull out in the game. I think it's better than the Kukri. It's just the flip is so iconic, but it's just the handle of it, like, especially when you have something like a Doppler skin, and then the handle is just a disgusting contrast to like baby diarrhea. Like, nigga, I'm not trying to use that shit, but it's still a high tier knife, so they gotta give it its flowers. Butterfly knife, S tier. I don't really gotta get into that. Flip knife, A tier. Another op knife. People don't give it the respect it deserves, to be honest. Prices aren't fluctuating as much as other knives, but I literally just think it's because it's kind of a boring literally old knife, but the pullout is just so clean. The way it just whips out, especially after an op shot. Then the blade looks nice, especially with like driver gloves. It just curves right into it. Finishes, has good finishes, like a gamma Doppler flip paired with like hedge mazes. That's chef's kiss. Gut knife, B tier. A lot of people will put that D tier, but it's B tier. Big ass blade, W fucking pull out, flips out of your hand. I feel like niggas just hate it just because it's the trend to hate it. Like, it's the culture to hate the gut knife, especially in CS2. Doppler finishes on the gut knife go crazy. Huntsman, S tier. I don't gotta get into it. Let me pull up my fucking CS again. Let me switch teams. My bad. Should be here in a second. Come on now. This is my Ruby. This is my fucking Huntsman Ruby. $2,000, $2,000 USD, and this is my prize. But this is my magnum opus, bro. Just look at that. It's just deadly looking. Just in case y'all think it's mine, it's in my inventory. Yeah, the pullout's cool. Big ass, like, nasty ass, like, deadly blade. Very Chad. It's a Chad knife. That's what it is. Karambit. Top of A tier. Karambit's top of A tier. The pullouts are nice, but most of the finishes just wear like crazy towards the edges, and it's one of those knives where it's so high tier to where if you have it, niggas are gonna look at the edges of it. So by having it, it's not even a flex, because niggas are just gonna try to find problems with your knife. And if you run 4x3 aspect, like, you can't even see the blade when you're running, just because of how compressed the screen is and how the blade sticks outside of the glove. It's really just not worth the money if you're playing 4x3 unless you inspect it constantly. M9 bayonet, it's B tier. I'm sorry. It's a cool knife. It's classic. It's got a big blade, but that's really it. To me, it's basically just a huntsman without a pull-out animation. Is the dude literally just pulls it out, like that's the pull-out animation. He takes it out, and it's nice, but it's definitely overrated. I'm serious. Shadow daggers before CSGO, or before CS2 and CSGO, these are D tier just because of the screen shake. It was unplayable, at least for me. I like the way they looked. Just I couldn't deal with it. They fixed the screen shake in CS2. I'd say it's a C tier. It's a B tier for the price. Like, gamma Doppler finishes with them are nice. I like the pull out. I like the when you inspect F and R, it's super fast. It just kind of flips in your hand over and over again. I like it. I wouldn't hate on shadow daggers. Bowie, I got the update, both hands and all that, but it's still bottom of C. It's just too weird and janky looking. Like, and the pull out, it kind of just flips onto your hand, and then when you inspect it, it like rolls on your forearm. It just doesn't roll well with like your movement. It's kind of clunky. I do like how they updated it, but it's still a C tier. Default, I have to put them in D tier. I mean, I'm not gonna hate if you're just a player, but we're talking skins here. I'm not even gonna talk about the paracord and the fucking survival. I don't know what this is. Classic knife, very ugly. It doesn't even resemble the OG knife in CS. Like, when it's in CS2, it doesn't even resemble the OG knife. Like, it just looks like a fucking dirty kitchen knife. Navaja, I think the Navaja is better than the classic, and the Navaja is atrocious itself. It's a fucking spoon. Like, I'm not gonna pull out a spoon and try to flex on niggas. They will kick me from the game. Nomad, B tier. Pullout's alright. He stabs his finger and shit. You know, it's kind of funny. The knife itself just doesn't cut it for me. It doesn't look that cool. This is the big one right here. If this had the rare inspect every single time you pulled it out, it would be, in my opinion, the top of S tier. But just because it has that boring old fucking pull out, I've had a fair share of fucking. What, I'm tripping right now. These knives, I've had a fair share of them. I've had a fade. I just can't keep one longer than a month. It just gets too boring. The pull out's just lame. It's got like the same pull out as the paracord and fucking the rest of the new gen knives, and it's just lame. But when it flips around, and like the rare inspect's crazy. So the rare inspect landed in B, and it's a cool looking knife. So stiletto, top of B tier. It's like a new crown gem. Like it gained a lot of respect recently, but it's still too small. The wooden handle just kind of looks weird on a lot of finishes of it. The pull out is alright. The sound of it I like, and the flipping in the hand, it's dope, but I just wouldn't pick stiletto. Ursus is another NPC knife. Like, you only have an Ursus knife because it has a cool finish, and you couldn't afford the finish on a nicer knife. That's the only reason you get a Ursus. The inspect is weird. He like breaks his wrist flipping it around. Top of B tier. It could even go bottom of A, but I'll put it in top of B tier. It's nice. I like the handle. The blade's kind of nice. It's just kind of skinny looking, and the pull out I don't fuck with at all. And the rare inspect where he spins it around his finger is bogus. Like, that shit's not hard. It's kind of goofy, to be honest. Like, imagine clutching a 1v5 and then flipping that shit around your fucking finger. Nah, that's a negative 5,000 aura. Like, you might as well have not clutched. And I don't know what these two are, so I'm just not gonna get into that. But yeah, that's my list. So like, share, subscribe, And let me know if you want me to shake my ass in my next video. Peace out.